the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit him with a big run, now they hit him with a big pass.
Man, it's so hard to defend both. You know that. Which coverage do I want to put? Do I want to put more people in the box to stop the run? When you've got this kind of balance on offense, the defense can't be right.
Complete downfield. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
Ball marked at the 26. It's 1st and 10. Martin will throw it. Back open in the middle. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Running inside, it's Thomas. He breaks a tackle.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the day. He's been a workhorse, continue to feed him, continue to create balance in this offense. But what a nice day by this young man running the football.
Off the play fake on first down. He makes a grab, and he will score. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. San Jose State has the ball and ready to go on the attack. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be... There he goes! They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Could be an alley. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
Hey, coaches talk about it all the time, man. We want to run the football, get in manageable third down situations. Well, you don't have to worry about that. If you can just hand it to this guy and he gets you a first down and he gets you another first down, the ground game is really working. This offense has got it flowing.
The Spartans in the hurry up. The Bulldogs will use their first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Wants to throw it again. And it's an incomplete pass over the middle. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Clay. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. And the Spartans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Run in the red zone, it's Clay. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to fight another play in the red zone. It'll be 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. They'll send out the kicker here. Right down the boulevard, it's good. The lead now trimmed to 28-24.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
And so the Fresno State offense comes out onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
They'll move the wide receiver. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. And the Bulldogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. Martin back to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
Fresno State will have to punt. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. He'll field the punt. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. They'll start this drive going to the air. Makes the grab. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. Looking to fire. He's got it down the middle. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. To the air on 1st down. Finds his tight end. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a 1st down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Fires to the wideout. Got it! Into the end zone. Touchdown, Spartans!
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had...
He can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. Defense has it. They're on the move. Takes it in. Touchdown, Sparty.
Man, defenses are always trying to force turnovers, to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
The returner will field it and try to get some field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Fresno State takes over and the offense will go back to work. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang.
Picked off. What a play to set him up.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead. But with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they've put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Back to pass. He's got it on the run. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
An accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Touchdown, Spartans! The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
Nice drive, nice touchdown. I love this offense's response to what happened a week ago. Listen, we're 0-1, so be it. Let's put the foot on the gas. Let's move forward, get better, and they have in game 2 so far.
On the run from inside his own 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. It's first down, but the offense is just going to take a knee and go to the locker room. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio with scores from around the country.
Fellas, we welcome you into our palatial Orlando studios for the Week 3 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. The first game we'll take a look at will be Duke, taking on the number 1 team, the Georgia Bulldogs.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Ollie, what's the story as we start this second half?
The Bulldogs head coach told me at the half, he said he's been talking to his team about ball security. Too many turnovers in the first half. Starting this second half on offense, he said if we take care of the ball, we'll be just fine. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Martin will throw it. Firing to the right, complete. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the first down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not in. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. It's caught downfield. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. Fresno State moving it quickly down the field. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. They'll send the back in motion. To the air on 2nd down. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. Oh, the speed, the acceleration, the elusiveness, and he's down to the 43. Now facing a 3rd and long. Keeps it himself. Nice move there. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. Fresno State back to work with a fresh set of downs. Martin back to pass. Here's the pressure. He's got the back in the middle. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
Running the red zone, it's Thomas. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Got stuffed on first down, it's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Got his man. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. They've got it right on the edge of the red zone, but they face a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Bringing the heat. It's in. Completed. He's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted. And they decide to trot out the kicker. From the left hash, he'll try to bend in a 37-yarder. And it's right down the boulevard. Hold on just a second, guys. Flag on the play. Might be the worst scenario for this defense. Thought they'd held them to 3. Now the offense with a chance for more. So it's 1st and 10 after that costly defensive penalty on 4th down. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The RPO, it's complete. Almost in, but they'll say he didn't make it, inches away from the touchdown. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a...
He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldog!
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Let's see what Holly Rowe has for us on the sideline.
Here on the away team sideline, there is so much excitement from these players. This has turned into somewhat of a shootout. The offenses continue to score, but I have seen some of the defensive players say, we have got to turn it up right now. We'll see if the offense can answer again, or if the defense starts to make a statement. Guys?
Okay, Holly. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And this team needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do.
Makes the grab in their space. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. The Spartans peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. A 1st down for the offense. Wants to throw it again. Unloads to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Pressure coming. Oh, he's got some space. And he scores! Touchdown, Spartan! Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
Let's go to the sideline in Holly Rowe.
Here on Fresno State's sideline, this defense has been the star of the show today. The offense has had their back against the wall, and now is the moment they've got to come alive. They are trailing in this game, and I can see them talking to each other before they take the field for this drive. Now is their moment. They feel it, and they're trying to get each other hyped up and ready to go for this possession. Back to you.
Shakes a man, and he might take off. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down. Clock winds inside, a minute to play here in the 3rd. The run inside. It's Thomas. Picks up the 1st down. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. The Bulldogs with the 1st and 10. Direct snap. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. And the Bulldogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Caught in the backfield, it's McClain. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. As we head to the final period, what a show both of these quarterbacks have put on. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Martin will throw it. Takes a hit as he fires. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. And now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. Wants to throw it. Got his man. Maybe a crease. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. The Bulldogs go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Makes the catch. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs. His third touchdown of this game and his third on the season.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Guys, this San Jose State offense trying to get this ball moving. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. Just gets it to the 20, a pickup of 1.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. 3rd and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires quickly. At the 35, he's loose. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
The sure hands, it's Clay. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Finds the tight end. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, the tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
Floating away. On the move, he fires. And he just flat and missed him. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, and you try to baby it too much, and it was a bad throw. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. The Bulldogs using their first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. And the Spartans back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Using his legs, it's Clay. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. So they'll use a timeout here. One more remaining, and of course the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. They'll use a timeout on defense here. That's their final one. The clock stops just once more at the 2-minute mark.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next.
Touchdown, San Jose State. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3. And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the 4th. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
And you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
And I'm just not sure where to put the blame. And I know they're going to lose this football game. They've struggled, and he's been sacked. I know he's turned it over and thrown an interception, but they haven't been in sync, and nobody's played really great, and they've got to find an identity on this offense moving forward.
Looking down the middle. Complete to the right. And he's got the first down. Good pickup on the play there, and now we'll see what they do coming out of the 2-minute timeout. Fresno State back to work with a fresh set of downs. Tight end now in motion. Martin back to pass. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running.
And that is the exact opposite what this defense wants. When you have the lead, you can't give up an explosive play or
just steamrolling the defense. And he takes all the way down to the 10-yard line. An explosive play for this offense. Looking to throw on first down. Touchdown, Fresno State. Fit it in the window for the score.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
and you're just waiting for that right bounce, that right skip for that ball to get 10 yards to try to make something happen and make a miracle come to fruition. And, Palmer, it's not going to happen. The defense's hands team, they were ready, they were dialed in, and they get the football back.
Yeah, they fall on that one, David, and they can breathe a little bit easier now. But let's be honest, I mean, in college football, we've seen crazier things happen in these types of situations.
Jose, California. Your college football Saturday continues with a great showdown here on EA Sports. It's the UNLV Rebels and the San Jose State Spartans. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe will be down on the sideline. The Spartans ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. So UNLV's offense will have the opening possession of the game. And this sophomore wide receiver is a playmaker. He is a guy who is reliable and can be dangerous if he gets a chance.
It's pretty amazing when you watch this offense because they're not very talented. They're average, quite honestly, in a lot of spots. Except the guy at wide receiver, David. He is elite. And today on offense, everything should go through him.
And when you've got one of those guys, you've got a chance, right? One guy that puts fear in the defense. And I love that we continue to see guys have real success at smaller levels, right? It's not just the power four. These are guys that end up getting plucked and go to the next level. You can still be a burner and still have that great speed and route running and develop. And this guy has, and he is one of the best players on he actually is the best player on this team, and he is option number one for the squad.
Back to throw, it's Maryland. This one's complete. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
And what a great job by the QB, man. Seeing the blitz, understanding I got to get the football out of my hands as soon as I possibly can, and he puts it on the number.
Finding some room. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, UNLV.
Well, that's the start you're looking for if you're David and you're trying to upset Goliath in a game that nobody gave you an opportunity to win. What a nice job offensively, just making good decisions, taking care of the football, and making the plays when they were available to be made. They march it down the field, they get on the scoreboard, David, and I think this crowd right now is shocked.
They are shocked, and it got a lot quieter. And here's the good thing. Now the confidence goes through the roof. Coaches talk about it. We got confidence. We can win. The players have to believe. And they talk about something good happening early. Not letting this crowd go bananas. That's how they drew it up. That is an excellent start for this squad.
The Spartans offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And here comes the man that makes this offense go. Led his team to a win, throwing 4 touchdown passes the last time out. The run inside. It's Clay. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. He goes right back to the air. He fires to the left side. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways to try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender there picking that up.
He never had a chance on the draw, tackled almost as soon as he got the ball. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Now the play fake. He's got the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Really nice job by the defense, keeping everything in front of you in that situation and rallying to the football, and now you're rewarded with 3rd and long. So we'll see on this next play if they do the same thing here or if they sell out and bring the blitz.
Under fire. He's going to run it. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
That is what I'm talking about. So many guys lose where they're at on the field, lose the down and distance. It's 3rd down. I can't slide. QB knows it. Nice job using his noggin and his heart, lowering the shoulder to get the 1st down on 3rd down.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Pulls it on the option. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And this option attack can lull you to sleep sometimes. I mean, just so many things they can do off of it, and you just got to play responsibility, and you got to get them on the ground and make tackles. And that was a good job limiting the damage on that play with a nice tackle.
And they get the 3rd down stop. What a play by this defense. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. And he crushes it right through the upright. It's good from 59.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
San Jose State has the ball and ready to go on the attack. They've spotted them a 10-0 start. Now to see if they can answer on this drive. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Ball will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Throws for the tight end. Intercepted. Oh, what a play. Takes it the other way. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. And the Rebels have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Hauls it in. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Now on 2nd and goal. Marches ahead. No running room at all, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd and goal. This whole red zone offense thing has been a little shaky. They've been stopped twice already. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Vegas. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Slips through the line. Got a little room. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
And he's going to bring it out. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. Holly Rowe has an update.
Guys, down here on the UNLV sideline, the offense is getting ready to take the field right now, but they have been patting the defense on the back, patting guys on the helmet, saying, get that ball back for us. We are going to make them pay. This defense has kept their offense right in it. There's a ton of chemistry and excitement down here on the field. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Grabbed in the middle. It's Bell. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. It'll be 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Maryland. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. The Rebels will punt it away on 4th down. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He's got it. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. guys, this San Jose State offense trying to get this ball moving. They're quickly in a 10-point hole, trailing 17-7 and needing to put together a drive. Pulls it in. It's Anderson. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more.
And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Wide receiver comes in motion. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
They'll run it from the gun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The Rebels line up to punt it away. That first punt was a beauty. They'd take another one just like it. And that ball will sail into the end zone for a touchback. They'll start this drive with a pass. The sure hands, it's Clay. Oh, he's got some space. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. And the Spartans right after the huge play through the air back to the line. Looking to throw on first down. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Making side adjustments here. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. He lobs one high down the left side. Got it down the field. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. Now we get a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. The Spartans will have it 1st and 10. Takes the handoff. It's Carlson. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Might as well stick with him. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1.
And I like what this offense did. They run the option. They're good at it. They read it. They run the pitch. They get some positive yards. But more importantly, they set up a 4th and really short. They're successful in these situations most of the time.
Touchdown, San Jose State. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the 2nd level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
Out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. We've reached the break, and UNLV is on top. And more importantly, we've got an early barn burner as both teams have come out firing, as you'll see on the stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Back to pass, it's Maryland. Moving out of the pocket. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
You're not going to win a lot of games if you can't protect your quarterback. In their last game, they got sacked 4 times, lost the game. And so far in this one, they're having difficulty again. These guys up front have got to do a better job communicating and giving their QB time.
He'll try to get to the marker himself. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down. And the will line up to punt it away. Oh, did he unload on that? It's like there's helium in that one. Just needs a crack to get a return. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Breaks into the open. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. Running inside. It's Clay. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Out of the gun to give to the back. Makes it past the marker. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. And the Spartans just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Trying play action. Lets it fly deep downfield. And he makes the grab and gets the foot down. What a job for a huge gain there. The Spartans will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll go to the air. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. At the end of that play, there is a Spartan who is slow to get up. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? They're going to run it. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, San Jose State.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it. He put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. UNLV will start this drive. The offense out there ready to go. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Could not make his way to the corner.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Now backed up in their own end. It's 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Maryland. Here's a heat. Fires to the big fella. Nice tackle there. This free safety coming in like a heat-seeking missile and stopping him a yard short of the first down. And the Rebels will punt this one away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Not a lot of room to field this one. And the return approaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Here comes the Spartans offense ready to go to work. Grabbed over the middle. It's Anderson.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Carlson. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Right back to it. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. And the Spartans are moving quickly down the field. After run, now throw. Makes the grab. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. He picks it up, still on his feet.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding to just kind of jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. Touchdown, Spartans! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. On the move from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And you don't want to see this trend continue. Last week he was sacked 4 times. The offensive line, this offense as a whole, needs to get in better situations, get rid of the football faster, and not keep getting their quarterback hit.
With the catch, it's Beasley. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
To the air, it's Maryland. A little release to the back. At the 35, he's got room. They're able to ride him down, but not before he has flipped the field with a huge pickup on the play, and now they are set up coming out of the 2-minute timeout. The Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. Defense might bring the house here. Looking to throw on first down. Got rid of it just in time. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. So now it's 2nd and long. The corners are walked up tight. Back to pass on 2nd down. Oh, they're after him. And down he goes.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
The Rebels, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Wants to throw on first down. Here's the pressure. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Pass rush, coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. Timeout taken by the Spartans, their first of 3. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this third down play. The play action fake. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack. Trying to save time on defense, they use their second timeout. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on fourth down. It is perfect. That'll make it a one-possession game. The lead is 8.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He wastes no time and comes out throwing quickly to the tight end. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. The Spartans want to pick up the tempo. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
Unloads to the wideout. Got a man. It's Anderson. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can't stop the clock. It's first and 10 from the 38-yard line. Wants to throw it again, and why not? Bring in the heat. Trying to make something happen. He'll pull it down and run. They get him down after the scramble, but he's able to pick up a few and turn it into a positive play. Now the Spartans calling their third and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Sparty! Got it right in the heart of the end zone.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a two-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And, David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? From the gun, the running back has it. Got enough for the first. After that big game, maybe no longer content to just run the ball and go to the locker room. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Snagged out of the air. And he'll be run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Not a very productive play there. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Looking to pass. It's Maryland. He's going to throw deep right side. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. And the Rebels will kick it away to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Willis. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. What did they have to say coming out of halftime, Holly?
The Spartans head coach told me coming out of the locker room, one of the big points of emphasis coming out of the locker room is to get the run game going. Their quarterback has struggled at times, had some turnovers, but he has got to trust the guys around him a little bit more. Look for them to feed the running back the rock here to start the third, get the run game going, and
Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
3rd and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. It's caught. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
Man, they've been scoring a lot of points. When you've got the skill and you've got the speed outside of wide receiver, that's why. And here we are in the second half, and nothing's changing. If they can't cover us, we're going to keep taking shots, and that's what you got to do. This quarterback right now, he's in a beautiful rhythm. He's seeing the field. The game looks slow to him right now, and he's executing at an incredibly high level. And these receivers outside, man, they are winning each and every time.
All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And the Spartans will snap it on 1st and 10. The running back has it. Shakes off the defender. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll go right back to the run. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. The Spartans line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to power their way ahead. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to...
He caught it! He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. And the Spartans come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection. Touchdown, Spartans! And the route is on.
And with this long drive, man, they're just showing you what they've been showing you throughout this football game. They can get it done. They can score points. And now, getting later in the football game, getting up by 3 possessions, the pressure is really on.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Sends it back in motion. Looking to throw, it's Maryland. Pressure coming. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
His defensive linemen have tents in the backfield. Goodness gracious, they're camping out back there, hitting the quarterback time and time again. When you sacked him this much, of course he's going to be flustered. Of course he wants to get rid of the football.
Leaves it with the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down. And the Rebels will bring the punt team onto the field. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Let's see what he can do with it. Makes a move. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. The San Jose State offense is back on the field. They'll leave it with the lone back.
Man, when I can run the football like that on 1st down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
That's the end of the quarter. San Jose State is on top. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Right back to the well. but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback making adjustments. Give to the big fullback. Tried to fight his way forward, but he didn't even make it back to the line of scrimmage.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them, because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the right. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Well, that's another completion. This quarterback's on fire. I get it. He's thrown for over 200 yards in this game, but it's because he's got people helping him out. How about that incredible job diving out, stretching out, and hauling that pass in? Quarterbacks love it when they don't have to be perfect every time they throw the football. And this group of receivers, they are helping out their QB1.
Give to the big fullback. Nothing doing. He is stopped short of the goal line. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. They'll power it inside with the fullback. He will not get there as the defense stops him again. Let's see what the offense dials up on 3rd and goal. Give to the fullback. Stop. Nothing. Denied right in his tracks, and it's 4th down for this defense. They've converted twice on 4th down so far. Will they make it 3? Pocket breaking down. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Spartan. Fired in from the red zone for the score. They extend the lead here in the 4th, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this makes the catch and he's free. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Single back formation, and they give it to it.
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earned everything they've gotten, and that's why this lead is ballooned like it has.
They'll keep it on the ground. Got enough for the first. He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line. The Rebels getting set on 1st and 10. Pulls it and fires to the left. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. With the clock running, this should be the final play. This is what an